Rick Perry, he's got to figure out how to balance secretly doing what the donors want while pretending to be enraged and a populist and doing what the Tea Party people want and the right-wingers want. If he can figure out that balance, we're all in a lot of trouble. So let's hope he doesn't figure it out. Now, meanwhile, something that helps us is how much the Bush people hate him. So here we go. So first they asked Perry about this, and here's what he said.
They're not all carbon copies in Texas, and you know, I tell people, I say one of the quick ways you tell the difference is, you know, he's a Yale graduate, I'm a Texas A&M graduate.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter. Okay, oh, but that's a big difference. So, clown governor of Texas, same exact mannerisms, speaks the same way, and Perry was a cheerleader for Texas A&M, and Bush was a cheerleader for Yale. That's their big difference. Woo! Wow, amazing. You know that Perry also became a pilot, just like Bush? I mean, they are nearly carbon copies. When you ask him what's the big difference, he says, we went to different colleges. All right. Now, the Bush people don't like this kind of talk. Watch the blowback.
Why one would want to do that when they're both from Texas, why they've both got a cordial relationship, why one would do that, I don't know. I mean, look, it did not matter to George Bush in 1998 that he went to Yale and that Perry went to A&M. Bush he moved heaven and earth to get Rick Perry elected as his running mate, a lieutenant governor. He raised him money outside the state. But why he falls into this pattern of sounding like he's being dismissive of the former president is not smart politics, strategically or tactically.
It sounds like you feel like he's been ungrateful to the Bushes.
Well, you know, it sounds like that, and yet, you know, look, it's Bush moved heaven and earth.
So it sounds like that because it is. They feel that he's ungrateful. The reality is there's a lot of bad blood when Rick Perry was a lieutenant governor for Governor Bush at the time. For example, apparently Rove told, according to reporters in Texas, Rove told Perry, hey, ease up on the negative campaigning because we want Bush to blow away the competition, have a huge margin so he could run for president. And whether you win or not is, of course, secondary to us. So good luck to you, but you're not allowed to do X, Y, and Z. And apparently that did not sit well with Perry, and that's when the bad blood began. And it continued for a long, long time, and there's been reports endlessly about how the Bush clan does not like Perry, and Perry certainly doesn't like them either. So this kind of fighting is going to happen for a long time, apparently, in this primary. And my guess is that the Rove people are going to throw their weight and, most importantly, their money behind Romney to try to take Perry down. So it's going to be a fun fight between those two different camps. One more clip here. Rove takes another shot at him.
I mean, if I were from Texas and running for president, I'd want to grab the former governor of Texas, former president of the United States, and make certain that his people were in my camp, not do things that cause people to say, well, why don't you like him?
They keep sending him those warning signs. They're pretty clear. So that fight's also going to be fun. You know the easiest way to support the show? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Totally free. Press the button. Boom.
Yeah, you subscribe, and every time we upload a video, you get notified about it, so you're always in the loop.
You can see all of our videos whenever you want to. Fun for everybody.
Not only fun, it's the only way that we're able to be independent media.
And then you can say about our show.
I jump in it.
People who watch our show are very informed.
I don't know what else to say about it. There it is.